Hey guys, James here. Picked up some comics this week. New comic book day yesterday. Want to talk a little about them. I haven't done it for a while. Multiversity. I did pick this up. This is the only one I haven't read yet because it was at the bottom of my stack whenever I started going through and reading. And I had like 10 books this week, so I was kind of not ready to read it, I guess, because with a Morrison story and especially something like this with Multiversity, um, I felt like it was something I really needed to have full attention to and not be fatigued to read because his stories don't really allow for that if you want to understand what's going on. Life After issue two, I really like the first two issues of this. It's been really interesting. I love that Hemingway's part of it. I like the whole idea of them basically being in a purgatory for suicides, and um, you kind of have the overseers of this world, like it's like a corporate office kind of. Um, that they are watching in and have figured out that Hemingway and our main character, I can't remember his name, Jude, um, have kind of woken up, I guess is what they say, in this world, and they're trying to find them. And really cool, very interesting story. I don't want to talk about too in depth, but I've been liking Falkov. Is that how you say his name? Fialkov, Joshua Fialkov. I've been liking his stuff. I read Bunker also. These stories I highly suggest it. First two issues anyway have been fantastic. Um, the Empty Man, issue three. I like this. I like Colin Bunn's writing. This was a good issue, but with a lot of the stuff that came out this week, this was actually kind of one of the lesser issues, and I was still real happy with it. It was we have one of the detectives is looks like she's getting ready to get this Empty Man disease. They're hunting down some of the cults and finding out what this uh, Empty Man deal is, and it's pretty interesting. One of the things I really like about this also is the art. I don't know why it just really fits with the story. And who the artist is? Vanessa Del Rey. But it's really it's a little different than your typical DC Marvel art, and I like that. I like art that fits the story. I want it to be a little different, and the story's a little different, so I really enjoy the art with it. Empty Man is a mini. It may turn into a full series if I guess the sales are high enough. Um, I'm enjoying the story, but I think this is probably something if you don't mind trade waiting, that it's probably a trade wait type of. Um, I don't know that unless at the end of the story it really goes somewhere that I'm not expecting, that I would want more than six issues. I believe it is. Yeah, 6 issues. Um, Not that I'm not enjoying it because I really am, but some stories are not meant to be long drawn out things, and 6 issues is plenty. Batman and Robin 34. For some reason, my store only had these stupid variant selfie covers, and I hate them. I've told my local comic shop I don't want any more variant covers of these things unless I specifically say, and to make sure that I get the regular A covers whenever they're doing their orders, because these things are just ridiculous. Um, the issue is very good. I enjoyed it. Evidently, Batman has a parademon in the Batcave that he's a dead one. He kind of there's a lot of things that are resolved in this issue from with the Bat family from where they had Death of the Family. They had that series in Batman and some of the consequences with that, and I really I like that part of it. And kind of they play on the Justice League a little bit in here and screw with them. So it's a pretty good issue. I'm really pumped to see where all this goes. Um, and it kind of pisses me off that DC does this thing in September where they have an event like last year was the 3D covers with Villains Month and it sucked, and now they're doing futures in 5 years into the future, and I don't care. I mean, I'll get my Batman issue. I'll get my Batman and Robin because I collect them, but other than that, I might get many issues, and I could really care less. I may not even read them. the two that I do get. So I'm just ready for it to get to the October issues so we can get back to the main story. Batman Eternal. This this issue, they basically, I think they've kind of found a way to vindicate Jim Gordon. It's an okay issue. Nothing really particular I want to talk about in it. It was just an okay Batman story. I really like Eternal though. Just, I mean, if you get an issue that's just okay and it kind of is moving the story forward, it's all right because next week's another issue. It's not like if you have a slower issue, it really ruins the flow of the story because you're getting weeklies. I've been impressed how well that they've kept up with doing a fairly good weekly story. Okay, Warren Ellis Trees. Again, I really like this story too. Gorgeous art. I really love this opening page. Whenever I opened up to that, I knew this was going to be a good issue just by that opening page. I knew I was going to like it. And I feel like we're kind of getting lulled into a sense of security with these trees because I'm starting to care a lot about the characters. I'm kind of starting to ignore what's going on with the trees. They're kind of becoming the background, kind of like they are for the folks in this because they've been there, I guess, 10 years. And so I think in the next couple of issues, it's going to hit the fan, and we're going to start tearing stuff up. So I'm really excited to see where this goes. This was in the Asian town. I forget. I'm not sure what the town was. It's one of the Asian cities with one of the trees. And you have the young boy kind of torn area, and we find out some things about I guess they were lotuses or the flowers they're finding in the Arctic area. Find out some pretty interesting things about them, and it's a pretty cool issue. Supreme Blue Rose, issue 2. This is another Warren Ellis story. The art in this, again, is very interesting. You see a lot of the blue line artwork in this too, which is it's neat. I like it. At first, when I first saw some of it, it was kind of bothersome in the first issue, and it really grew on me. So our main character in this is been picked up in a limo. They're going to basically some of the stuff with her job, where she's a reporter. She's supposed to research some stuff for this guy. She's finding out about him a little bit, about the organization he works for. And by the end of this, things get really weird. I don't want to spoil it for any of you guys that are reading it, but this is really cool. I'm glad to see Warren Ellis putting out some stuff again, and Trees and Supreme Blue Rose are both interesting. I mean, they're early on in the series, but pretty good stuff. Umbral, issue 8. This is one of the better issues I've read of this. This is something that I double dip on because I think it's read better in trade, but I'm afraid that if I don't get this in single issues, this will be something that goes away. And I enjoyed the art in this. It's Christopher Minton who did Wasteland. See if there's anything good here I can show you. It's just again, it fits the story, and I think that to me is a lot of art. I want it to fit the story that I'm reading. There's different art styles that just don't work well with certain types of stories. This we're continuing. You basically just keep finding out that everybody is a traitor to somebody in this, and I really enjoy that. It's very Lord of the Rings. If you like Lord of the Rings story, you like the movies and stuff, this is probably something you'll enjoy. I was a Dungeons and Dragons nerd when I was a kid, so this is the type of stuff I like. And great art, great story. This was, like I said, one of the better issues. So here's a really cool picture. So if you like this type of stuff, I highly suggest Umbral if you're looking for that dark fantasy world, because it really this is it to a T. So Manifest Destiny issue 9, I believe. Yeah, issue 9. Um, so they've got this giant frog creature in here. They're trying to. Clark is stuck on the boat, and Lewis is on the island, I believe, or vice versa. Um, and there's a giant frog creature in the water that they can't get back to the ship. So they're trying to figure out a way to get around it. They found these giant mosquito creatures out in the woods that are attacking them on the little island they're on there. Or I don't know, it's an island. It's the land, and they're in the river. Um, there's some signs of mutiny possibly going on with some of the prisoners that they turned into soldiers. Some of the soldiers are really putting themselves in bad positions. Such a cool story. Like I like the little alternate history type stories, and this is it. I mean, you got Lewis and Clark, you got Sacagawea, and I like that the Sacagawea is this like badass chick who she's the toughest one of all the guys. She goes in there and like these mosquito creatures, she's like, I've got it. I mean, she's gonna wipe them out. In the last story arc, she was taking down the plant creatures. Uh, really cool story. Definitely check out that and trade if you didn't get on to begin with, because I think some of those issues are kind of getting pricey already. Um, and then jump on board. I mean, the way these story arcs are set up is really cool. I mean, they can be standalone stories. It seems like. I mean, although there is a continuity to it, and they're moving further through their exploration. They're very standalone too, in the fact that they find this one creature or this one area, and they you know deal with whatever problems there, and then they move on. So it's pretty neat. Uh, Save this one for last. This was my issue of the week. If I had an issue of the week, the Fade Out, Edgar Baker, Sean Phillips. If you like Big Pal, if you like what else have they done? Did Incognito, Criminal, Sleeper. I don't know. These two guys, this is just anything they do together is probably going to be good. They had a magazine variant for this, and I really wish I'd got it. My store didn't have any by the time I got there, and I didn't request it, and so I'm probably out of luck on that. So we have this is kind of set, I think, in 1948. We have a writer that is like a Hollywood movie writer, and this is set in Hollywood. You have some of the McCarthyism going on. You see that there's like the communist. He's got a buddy who said was a commie writer and kind of has been blackballed by the community, which was something that happened in that time period. You've got a murdered actress in the beginning of this, and you don't know what happened, and he's caught in a room. Just a real cool mystery story. Start with. I highly suggest it. I don't really want to talk a whole lot about it because I mean it's a mystery story. I don't want to start telling you all the things that are happening because it kind of defeats the purpose of reading it. But it's good. I mean, it was really good. I've read it twice already, and I might read it again. So it is one I'm not trade waiting on. I know I'm changing a lot to trades, um, but I'll probably be double dipping on this one. So guys, thanks for watching. Leave some comments below, and thumbs up, thumbs down, all that fun stuff. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, and talk to you again soon. Thanks.